Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood for YouTube. Here to give my reaction review to episode 57. That's season 2, episode 22. If you're following along on Tubi. Excuse me. Real quick, I want to say I was wrong. I thought Sarah Johnson appeared in this episode. She doesn't. She doesn't. So let's get going. I like how we start inward, we pull out of the Great House, and we're at the Collinsport Hotel. So we see Maggie again. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime. It's at least 12 o'clock. And there's Burke. Even some 10 years of correspondence. Cup of coffee. So Burks is still waiting around, hearing about a best man. He has not heard Bill Malloy's dead. Burke says it was Bill Malloy who gave me the start as a kid. As he's sitting there at the diner. Great close up of Mitchell Ryan. Yeah. Taylor Swift is your director here. Fall off into the water. Fell in the water. Second time I met out at the top. He's talking about how Bill Malloy's best work. So Maggie asks, "Have you even heard the news?" Maggie is the one who tells Burke that Bill Malloy is dead. The Coast Guard pulled his body out of the water an hour ago. And yeah, this episode's a bit filler, but you need the news to spread around, right? And I think that's a great way to do it. Have someone else tell Burke, and it's Maggie. And it's someone he knows. So Burke's on the telephone, the payphone. He wants the sheriff or his deputy to call him. Says he's in the hotel restaurant. He'd like to speak to them. It doesn't mean they'd like to speak to you right now. They may have questions for you. Did you learn anything, Maggie asks? Sheriff's not there. The guy there doesn't know anything, or else he's been told not to say anything. It's the same thing. Bill Malloy dead, yep. And now you see the shock. Burke says, "Yeah, if I expected something like this and how it's happened." Thanks. Sorry, Burke, too. He was a rare man. Burke says about how honest, how honest Bill Malloy was, and that's why he's dead. Burke says how sometimes honesty can be a bad thing. You want to be fair, stripper. Say what's on your mind. You don't care what you have to say. Maggie says, "Burke, you sound like you think it was murder. As people grab what they get. That includes me." I love that admittance right there. And he talks about how Bill Malloy was looking for truth and honesty, and he ends up face down in the water. Burke, I can't agree with that. A lot more simple than that. Never learned how to swim. How else it happened? Maggie asked. Burke asked, "Do you know it for a fact?" Does your father know that Bill Muller's body has been found? Yes. She said Pop took it pretty hard. He's still taking it pretty hard. She's trying to say, Bill, remember the last we had you when you came to the house? He said that's a long time ago. I think I'll try to share again. She asked if he didn't drown, what do you think happened? He said, I told you he had a fatal disease, honesty. I like how Maggie's like holding her hand up, her right hand up to her mouth. And Vicky walks in. Is that the best you could do? It's not a very cheery day. No one's in a good mood but Victoria Winters. God damn it. I have to call them, what do they think happened? Wasn't there? Uh, Vicky asked how Burke is. I felt better. You heard about Bill Malloy? She knows her head is. We were just talking about it. We'll talk about it. Oh, it's terrible. My star was falling. So Roger's skeptical of Roger being sincere. Uh, Vicky's like looking at like, what's wrong with you? What did he mean by that? Much happier not thinking about it. Because it includes your dad, too. She's, yeah, you have some unique camera views here where Maggie is like on the counter and Vicky's looking back at Burke, walking away. Really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, Sarah Johnson is not in this episode. I was wrong. God damn it. uh, it's 1,125 episodes. What do you expect? What do you expect? Start sounding like Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect. Oh my god. I do love how it gets spread. The news gets broke to Burke in this episode. It's because it's by Maggie, and because it has to be spread around town. The more people know about Bill Malloy's death. Um, Burke is mourning his own way. He's upset. I think Burke is going to go through went through every stage in this one episode, but anger's going to be the longest one. Anger's going to be the longest grief for him over Bill's death. And why shouldn't it be? Bill was going to hand him the one person that mattered most, Roger. Roger's head on a silver platter. Uh, Burke so the sheriff did call, and Maggie says that Burke left a half hour. He was going Miss Malloy's death. You know yet? No, it's just curiosity. I won't ask any questions. I'll read up the newspaper. Does that suit you? Yes, sir, Mr. Sheriff. I like how they're filming this. She's on the phone and Vicky's sitting down, not facing her. She's looking off. Yeah, really good. because you're getting a reaction of another character. Here's Maggie said, "You came in here for lunch. Lamb chowder, lobster hamburger roll." Maggie, why did Burke actually with Bill Malloy's death? Thought we weren't going to talk about it. It was so strange. So this is no, it's ridiculous. As he spoke about Mr. Collins, the tone of his voice, it was almost as if though he thought Mr. Collins wasn't sorry that Bill Malloy drowned. Yeah, that's no. Took the whole afternoon off, and all they do is talk about death. Vicky took the whole afternoon off. Vicky reminds Maggie what she told her. Well, Maggie asked, "Remember what I told you?" Ever since I was a kid, we were scared of that big house on the hill. I told her going up there to work. I didn't know you. I called you a jerk. Think of some better words. Maggie, it's just a house. Is it really? Is it really, Victoria? I have some questions for you, girl. I have a job. I work for the family. Oh, Maggie's lad. Said to Bill Malloy. Look what happened to him. And I love Alexander's shocked reaction to it, too. It's like, what? How could you say that? Maggie, do they chain you to the beds every night? No. I came to Collinsport to find some answers about my past. So she tells Maggie she's not going to leave until she finds their answers are. Answers from him and other people. From your father. So I love how Dana Elker is like messing with the gun. Trying not to be too obvious about it. The tide charts, so they finish it as soon as possible. So we'll finish the autopsy yet. So Burke is coming to the sheriff's office. So he says, "I'm anxious to see you as much as you are to see me. What's the story about Bimmel?" The Coast Guard recovers body. I want to know the cause of death. The only information, that's more than I've got. So we're going to autopsy right now. Will that take? Why are you in a rush? Are you going someplace? Burke says, so Patterson says he'd like Burke to stick around for a while. The business is clear. Let me tell you something. You can get me to leave. Burke says, I've got a lot of questions. You wouldn't try to be handling my job, would you? I love this interaction between Dana Elker and Mitchell Ryan. This is their first real scenes together, and they are just going back and fucking forth. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's it. For copies. And avoid the paperwork. Autopsy report. Yep. Sit down, Burke. Well, what did he say? Sit down, will you? Patterson's getting the drink from the watering can there. On the paper share. We'll get to that. First. Want some water? No. When did you last see Bill Malloy? Day before yesterday. Just went to the cause of his death before he disappeared. What time was that? 8, 9, the Blue Whale, he called me, wanted to talk to me. He talked, he left? Yes. Didn't I? I had a couple of drinks. After you share information. This is a prisoner episode. Where were you between 10:30 and 11 or anywhere else? There was something else I'd like to tell you. No, Bill called a meeting. Roger Collins' office that evening. Meeting? Yes. That's why he met me at the Blue Whale. Want to tell me about it. Sure be there. Who else invited to this meeting? Roger Collins, Sam Evans. Was Malloy there? He never showed up. Waited an hour. Burke said he run over to Bill Malloy's house, rang the bell, beat on the door, no one answered. Maybe you better tell me. It's good. Okay. So Burke said he was tried and convicted of manslaughter 10 years ago. That Bill Malloy called. Malloy called that he felt could clear me. He proved I wasn't guilty. That's right, Sheriff. He called that man between Collinsman and one of them, Sam Evans. So he showed up. Burke says he didn't know it was going to be Sam until he showed up. Me, Collins, and Sam Evans. But he never showed up. Why? So Sheriff says, why do you expect me to believe Bill Malloy would call such a meeting? To put the blame where it belongs on Roger Collins? Yes. Malloy worked for the Collinsville. You think he'd want to put behind bars? Do you think that? Oh, we'll go. Your job. Right, you do your job. Go call him. That's why George said I did. He told me about the meeting. Yes, he did. Told me you were there and Sam Evans. Did he tell you why? Roger said he didn't know why. Roger knew why. And Bert Dillon said he's a liar. And he asked Patterson if he knew why. Did he talk to Sam yet? And he said no, not yet. And we're out. We're back at the Collinsport Hotel. If there's something about my past that he doesn't want me to learn. How come my father possibly know about you? I don't know, Maggie. See, I was raised in an orphanage. She's telling her backstory. I grew up wondering who I was, my parents were, and how that sort of thing. And then there was his money. Money was sent for me every month in an envelope. There was no note, just money. Just remember saying Bangor, Maine. So it's only about 50 miles from here. So I took the job at Collinwood. But you need some. I didn't place. But she had a letter from Mrs. Stoddard offering me the job. I never heard of her either. Figured there might be some connection, Maggie says. I really feel the answers are in that house. There's something in that house. There's something in there. Then let's do it. Come to dinner with us tonight. So Maggie's like, come to dinner with me and my dad, who's gonna be he might be a little tipsy. Maybe there's something I have to tell you. Me to dinner? I've been invited myself. That's what Vicky says as we go back to the sheriff's office. Yeah, Bert. He's gonna ask Burke where was he between the times Bill Malloy went missing. Again, I love Dana Elker and Mitch Ryan in this episode. Really, two pros just working, and what a job they did. My God. I mean, it's really, really great. It really is. I love to. The camera work is good in this episode. You get some cool shots of Maggie sitting with Vicky at the table. I love how they shoot Burt coming into the sheriff's office. They pull it back. It's like at the Blue Whale. Watch the clock zone. I left the Blue Whale about 10:45. Drove the Collins County. Did you left earlier? Was this all about? Was anyone else at the Blue Whale? So 10:45 before. One. Glenn Barton. Second. I liked that man. I respected him. I went to Stanley Town. I don't want to kill him, Burt. It's on that paper. There's evidence of a blow in the head. His body was in a warrant arms 2 days. Of course, we don't know how to get there. No. Charts. $10.45. We know Bill Muller was at 10:30 because his housekeeper. I called him at 11. He didn't show up at the meeting. He was our keeper one this time who wanted him to show up. Roger Collins, Sam Evans, Patterson says. Except one other Burke. Sure, your professor story is true. Now we're back at the hotel, and we get a shot of the back of Vicky and front of Maggie. She's talking to Vicky. Then we get the vice versa. We had to switch around. It doesn't really change. Here comes Burke back. Maybe I gotta go help a coffee now. You join me a little girl. So I got to buy Maggie. Oh, Vicky. We never had it together. Quick action at rain check now. I'm having nothing to do with Maggie and her father, no harm. Says Sam. Maybe some other time. Oh yeah, sure. Because Burke asked her about cashing in that rain check to have dinner with him. And thanks. Nice girl. Very. That's the end of the episode. Really, really good. Again, I just love the interaction between Dana Elker and Mitch Ryan. My God. Great episode. Good night, guys. Good night. Take care.